Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Lane here at Road Dog Crypto. Today we will be looking at the crypto market. Bitcoin is at a critical point right now, and we need to look and see if it's going to continue up or if it may possibly roll over. Okay, I've got the Bitcoin USD chart pulled up. Bitcoin is still in the same channel that it has been in since about mid-January. Bitcoin did reach the target price I had of about 47,500. We're moving up to the top of this trend line here. So the big question is, are we going to break through that trend line or are we going to bounce and roll over again? Now, our indicators are running a little bit high on the daily right now. That does suggest a good chance of rolling over. Another thing I want to point out is this divergence that we're still looking through right here. Let me just extend this out on the RSI, the Relative Strength Index right here. That is still making some bearish divergence. So we're looking at this coming up here and then rolling over. That's what I see happening. And let me show you what we would really love to see. We would love to see Bitcoin come up here, come back down, do a retest around 49,000 in that area. If it were to do that and bounce off, that is an excellent sign that we've made it through the divergence and that we're ready to start going up to maybe around 56,000. However, what I'm seeing in the charts is indicating that we may actually come up here to about 48.8 in that area and then roll over and come back down. Now, how far we come back down is a little tricky. With the strength that Bitcoin's been showing, I wouldn't doubt that we may come back down to around the 44,000 area and then possibly bounce up from there until we eventually break out of this pattern. Now, this particular channel that we're in right now, let me go ahead and extend this out just a little bit. This is a rising wedge. Rising wedge has a 68% chance to break to the downside. However, when they do break to the upside, they have a tendency to go parabolic, and that's really strong for Bitcoin. So if we are able to break out of this channel, it's definitely a good sign, and we'll just have to keep our eyes on that. But let me just reiterate, at the moment, what I'm seeing is a possible rollover coming for Bitcoin. Let's switch over now to a 4-hour chart just to see a little more time-sensitive information. And what this is telling me is that our RSI, or Relative Strength Index, is coming in at 79 right now. Now, whenever RSI goes above 70, that's this level right here, if you can see my cursor. When we get past that point, that means that the stock or the crypto is oversold, or as I like to say, it's overvalued. A little easier to understand when you say overvalued or undervalued. So anything above 70 right here is overvalued. Anything below 30 is undervalued. When it's undervalued, it's a good time to buy. When it's overvalued, it's a good time to start thinking about selling. So that's another indicator here on the 4-hour that we're about reached our top on Bitcoin at the moment. Bitcoin has made a higher high than its last high, and that's extremely positive. So I'm looking for good things to come out of Bitcoin. It's just going to take it time. This is going to go sideways for a little bit longer before we actually get that real true pump up to around the 56,000 area. Let's look at a few other indicators here. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. Now, this is what this is telling me. Bitcoin was in a rising wedge, which has a 68% chance of breaking to the downside, which is what it did. Now, the measure move we took on this would put the Bitcoin dominance level coming down to about 40%. Now, what does all this mean? This means that right now is a prime opportunity to start jumping into altcoins and to increase your Bitcoin holdings by playing the altcoins. This is what we're calling a mini altcoin season. So what I foresee with Bitcoin dominance is this: it's going to slowly trend down to around this level, and altcoins are going to start jumping off. So if you're looking to get in altcoins, I would keep your eyes on them right now. It's a good time. One interesting thing to keep in mind right now is that the DXY, the dollar index, has got the dollar breaking up out of this rising wedge, which usually when it does that makes things go kind of parabolic. So the dollar may be gaining. Now, usually when the dollar gains, Bitcoin starts to suffer. So that's another argument that Bitcoin may be getting to roll over just for a little while. However, if the dollar does break back into this pattern, it's a good chance that it may fall and then break down. And if we were to see that, that's when we would see the Bitcoin dominance chart start spiking up. There's nothing that I see happening over the next week or so. If this video has been helpful to you, please like and subscribe so this information can get out to others and help this channel grow. Be positive, be blessed, because you got this, baby. This is Lane from Road Dog Crypto, signing out.